Hello and welcome to this video on Midjourney AI Art for teachers. My name is Dan Fitzpatrick, the AI educator. This video is not for art teachers, it's for teachers of any subject. I'm going to show you how you can create art with Midjourney that you can use in your resources and to enhance the learning experience for students. Now, Midjourney is an AI image generator, which means you type in using words the type of image you want, and it will produce an image for you. In this video, to make sure that you're getting the best images possible, I'm going to show you a very simple prompt guide, so a framework called the DETA framework that will help you create the best prompts for your art. Why is this guide on Midjourney and not on, for example, DALL-E by OpenAI or Canva's text-to-image generator, which both do a fantastic job of turning text into images, similar to Midjourney. However, Midjourney is just far superior when it comes to the quality of the images that you're going to get. And for that reason, it costs a little bit. Okay, it's going to cost you a little bit. It's not very much, but if you're generating resources and want your own unique images on a regular basis, then you're going to want to subscribe to Midjourney because the quality is fantastic. And in fact, all around the world, the art that is created by Midjourney gets mistaken for real life photographs. So the quality is absolutely superb. So let's jump in. Firstly, I'm going to show you how to create a Midjourney account, how to get that set up, because it's a little bit tricky, but once you're in there, very simple to use. I will show you how to do that. I will then show you the prompt, the simple prompt to use that I use to generate all the examples I'm going to show you in this video. I'm going to give you 2 reasons why you should use a tool like Midjourney and not stock photographs. Okay. First reason being, as teachers, sometimes we want bespoke images that are really relevant to the point that we're trying to teach. If we're having to rely on a bank of stock images or Google Images, sometimes it might not be perfect. So this allows us to create images exactly how we want them, and we don't have to worry about, which is point number 2, the copyright of them, because when we're using and taking images from, say, Google Images and putting them into our presentations, into our resources, we could technically be breaking copyright law. Using Midjourney to create some bespoke images means that we are avoiding that complication. So let's jump straight in. To get started with a Midjourney account, first of all, you're going to need to create an account on Discord. That is because Midjourney is a bot that works within the Discord web app. Okay, so here we go to discord.com. Discord essentially is an app for your phone, or you can access it through a browser that lets you create groups and chats to different people based on hobbies, things like that. It's used by the gaming community quite a bit, but for this purpose, we're just going to purely use it so we can run the Midjourney bot and get the images that we need. So first thing I'm going to do is in the top right corner here, I'm going to click login. First thing you want to do is at the bottom here is just click register. Let's type in an email address here. And here it is. It's logged me into Discord, and you can just go ahead and click X on this box here for now. And this is what Discord looks like. And we've got our account. So next, what you're going to want to do is you're going to need to attach the Midjourney bot. So what we're going to do is we're going to open a new tab, and we're going to go to midjourney.com. And to log in, you're going to want to click join the beta for the first time. And you can see here, it's actually taken us to Discord. So it's taken us to Discord because it's now going to connect our Discord account with a Midjourney account. So you click accept invite. And we can see there it is added Midjourney to my account there on Discord. At the top, it says, please check your email and follow the instructions to verify. So you're going to want to do that. Go to your email, find the email and click verify so that you've got a verified account. And you can see in the top left-hand corner here, this is the Midjourney logo. So the Midjourney bot has been added, and you can start seeing straight away some of the other designs that people are creating and the prompts that they are using to create those designs. At the moment, you're not going to be able to create anything because you need a Midjourney account. So what we need to do is we need to go back to Midjourney, so midjourney.com. Then you're going to need to sign in. And it's going to remember your instructions there. You're going to authorize the account. So you click authorize so that you're letting Midjourney access your Discord. And there we go. This is your homepage of Midjourney. And when you create images, they will all appear on this page for you. And I'll show you mine soon when I log in with my day-to-day account. And you can access all of the images you've created here. But first of all, we're going to need to purchase a plan. So we're going to click purchase plan. And you can see here there's a few options. There's the basic plan, the standard plan, and the pro plan. And what you're going to want to do is just use the basic plan for now and see how you get along with that, because it might just be all you need. And it's $8 a month if you pay yearly. If you're going to pay monthly, which I suggest you do, because you're probably just going to want to pay for 1 month and then see if you use it or not. If you're not using it, stop paying. But if you are, keep going. So that basic plan is $10 a month, and at the time of recording, that works out to about £7.80. So £7.80 for a month to have a go at this amazing tool, I think, is well worth it. And the chances are the majority of you will probably want to keep paying for it because it is such a fantastic tool. So you click subscribe and put your card details in and pay. So now that you have purchased your plan, you can go back to Discord. So go back to discord.com and it should still be logged in, and you will see that you are now a full-up member of Midjourney on Discord. And in the Midjourney page, so if you go down the left-hand side and click on the Midjourney icon, you will see that you've got access to lots of different groups there. You've got announcements, community updates, and so on. Some really helpful groups within this Midjourney server is the newbies room. So you can see here there's a few different newbie rooms on the left hand side. If you click on these, what happens is you get to see the work that other people are creating. This is a really nice place to hang out if you've got a bit of spare time and just see the types of artwork that other people are creating. And not only that, but the magic of it is that you get to see the prompts that they are typing in. So, for example, we've got here these 6 images of trains that somebody's just created. And you can see their prompt there, 10 simple cartoon trains for kids, for a kid's colouring book, black and white, no fill, no shading, no background, thick lines. And that's what it's generated for them. You can pick up loads of ideas from here, and I regularly go through here and just pick up on different technical terms that people are using to get the types of images that they are generating. Other ways to get ideas is on Twitter, or X as it's now known. So what I would do is I'll search X for Midjourney prompts and just see some of the cool images that people are creating and the prompts that they are using. And there's lots of places you can discover lots of different prompts. So if you want to do that, you can, and you can also design in public as well. So you can create your designs within these newbie chats as well. However, with a paid account, you don't have to do that. You can go and create it in a private room. And how you do that is on the left-hand side, if you just go right up to the top, and the Discord symbol in the top left-hand corner is your direct messages. If you click on that, you are going to have access to the Midjourney bot directly. So you click that and you just have your own direct channel with the Midjourney bot. And here it is, and you can see some of the things I've been creating earlier, which are the examples for this video. And we're going to jump straight in, and I'm going to show you how to create your first prompt. So the first thing you need to do is you need to command it. So because this is within a chat stream, if I just type something in, so if I type in hello, see that because it's in a private chat, it's not going to do anything. What I need to do is I need to write the correct command in to wake up Midjourney, okay? And one of those commands, and the command that you'll probably use 99.9% of the time, is /imagine. You type /imagine in, and just above, you will see it comes up with commands matching, and it says imagine prompt. If you click that, now when you type, you're going to be typing into the prompt box for the imagine command, okay? And this is where you type in and you get Midjourney to create your images. So always remember that you want to type in /imagine, click enter, and then you can start typing. It's as simple as that. I think people are a little off-put when you've got to start putting commands in, like /imagine, but that's literally it, okay? So just, if you want to talk to the Midjourney bot, in other words, if you wanted to get it to create something for you, then you need to type in /imagine and then start typing. Now, before we start typing, I want to share with you my prompt framework for Midjourney. Now, if you followed my work before, you'll know I like a framework. I create lots of frameworks, and in the book, The AI Classroom, there's lots of frameworks in there for teachers to use. Probably the most popular one being the PrEP framework, how to talk and get responses from ChatGPT. Now, my simple prompt framework for Midjourney is DETA, DETA, and I'm going to put it on the screen right now. And as you will see, that DETA simply stands for description. So you're going to want to type a description of the image you want. That seems quite obvious. Expression is the E. Another way of saying this might be the medium or the type of image that you want. So the expression could be a photograph, it could be an oil painting, it could be a logo, it could be an icon, it could be anything. So it's how you want this art expressed. Then after that, you're going to put the technical detail. That's the T in DETA. It is the technical detail. So it's the detail you're going to add to the expression. So for example, if I was asking it to create a photograph, then I might want to put some technical details about what I want that photograph to be like. So what type of lens do I want it shot on? What type of camera do I want it shot on? And so on. And then the aspect ratio is the A. So essentially, what size do you want the image to be? Because that's really important, because if it gives you a square and you want it to fit onto a slide or into a video, then you're going to want a different aspect ratio than just a square. And we'll get onto that very soon. But that's it. Simply the simple Midjourney prompt framework, DETA. So shall we give it a go? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just copy and paste into here, and just to show you an example of DETA that I have used before. So you can see here, I might be, let's say I've got a science class here, and we're doing astronomy, and I'll need a picture of Galileo Galilei. So I've typed in here, Galileo Galilei looking through a telescope. Now that is my detail. So if you remember DETA, that is the detail. Then I need the expression, and the expression here is I want it to be a photograph of Galileo. Okay, so I want it to look like him, to be of photographic quality. So I want a photograph. And then I'm going to add the technical details. So shot on a Kodak Portra 400. So that's a type of camera that I want it to look like it's being shot on. Then I'm going to do the aspect ratio. Now, for the aspect ratio, you need to put in another command. They call it a parameter. It's a bit like a command. So --AR with a space, and then your aspect ratio. And the aspect ratio I want here is 16:9, which is the typical aspect ratio of a screen, of a video, of a wide angle slide, or a wide angle PowerPoint or Google slide. So look up aspect ratios if you want them different. For a square, it would be AR --AR. For a square, it would be --AR space 1:1, because a square has equal proportion side, so it's just 1:1. Yeah, Google aspect ratio, so you can see different size images. But you can see there I'm following DETA. I've got my detail, I've got my expression, I've got my technical details, and I have got my... So as you can see, here, I'm following DETA. I've got my description, I've got my expression, I've got my technical detail, and I have got my aspect ratio. And I'm simply then just going to click enter. And you will see it says sending command, and then it says waiting to start. So your prompt goes into a queue, and the processing power behind it will start to create it. And there we go. You can see a black screen has appeared on our screen. That means it's started to create it, and it'll give you a percentage of how far it's gone. So it's on 15% at the moment, as you can see here. And as you can probably see in there, it's creating 4 different photographs for me, 4 different bits of art of Galileo for me. And that's because once it gets to the end, once it gets to 100%, I get to choose which one I prefer the best. So as it comes into view here, it's quite exciting, this bit. You get to see it come into life right before your eyes. %93 done. And here we are. And if I click the image there, you can see a close-in picture of 4 different versions of this. I think I'm going to go for, I like number 1 the best, you know. So I like number 1 the best. So what do I do now? Because that image, if I was to right click on that image and click save image, it's got 4 different pictures in it, but I just want 1, and I want it to be high definition as well. So what I need to do is I need to tell Midjourney which image I want. And these images are numbered. So top left is 1, top right is 2, bottom left is 3, bottom right is 4. So I want to upscale it. So that means I want it to get bigger. There are other options though. If I don't like any of those options, I can click this recycle button, and what it will do is it will regenerate 4 different images based on the prompt. So if I don't like them, I can click that and get some others that I might like. I can also think to myself, you know what, I like number 1, but I want some variation on it. It's 99% there, but I want it to be a bit better. In fact, let's do that. So I'm going to click V1, which means variation on 1. And what Midjourney will start to do for me then is it's going to create 4 new pictures, which are all a variation of image 1. And there we go. We've got 4 new images, which are a variation on the original image 1. So if I click on it, and we'll see a bigger picture of it. And I'm glad I did that, because I really like image number 4 there. So what I want to do is I want to make that bigger. So I'm going to click U4, and the U simply means upscale, so make it bigger. So I want number 4 made bigger. So I'm going to click U4, and then what that will do is it will take image 4 and turn it into a big image. And there we go. Now, if I wanted to just take that image now and use it, I could just right click on it and click save image as, and it would download onto my computer, or I could copy it and paste it into another app. What I like to do is I then like to copy and paste it into Canva, and then maybe tweak it in Canva as well. But look at that. It's a photorealistic image of Galileo. Obviously, we don't know what Galileo really looked like, but this is Midjourney's interpretation. And it looks like a photograph. It looks like a really artistic photograph of Galileo there, going to look through his telescope. Now, let me show you a few different options here before we move on. So I get some options to edit this image. So I can vary this image again. So I got 4 different variations earlier when I had the options. Now, just with this image, I can click whether I want some strong variations or some subtle variations. So again, I might get to a point where I think, This is amazing, but I just want to subtly vary it again and see what else I can get. Okay, so then I would click vary subtle and it would give me 4 new images based on this one, which are varied very subtly. I might want some strong variations. I might think, you know what, I want to really push Midjourney here and see what different types of images it can give me. So I'll click vary strong. It will give me 4 varied images based on this images that are strongly varied. Then I get some really interesting options underneath here. I can zoom out ×2, which means what it will do is it will create more of the image surrounding this image so that it can zoom out. And I'll click zoom out ×2 and let it do its magic in the background while we're chatting through this. I can also choose zoom out 1.5 if I don't want it to zoom out so much. I also get it to custom zoom, so that if I click custom zoom, I can decide how much I want to zoom out on this image. Also, because the aspect ratio was 16:9, which is the same size as a screen or a slide, as you can see there, if I think to myself, actually, I want to turn this into a square image, which would be aspect ratio 1:1, then I can click make a square and it will do that for me as well. Also, if I want to pan in different directions, so let's say I want to reveal more to the left of Galileo here, I can click the left hand arrow, and what it'll do is it'll shift Galileo over to the right and reveal more of the image to the left for me, essentially generating more context, more image for me to use. I've got a couple of other options. I can click the like button, which means I like it, and I can click the web button. And what that will do is it will open it into a new tab back into my Midjourney account. So it's back over into midjourney.com, and then I can see it within my Midjourney account there. So I'm going to zoom down, and you can see it's given me 4 different options for the zoom out ×2. And let's click number 1. So I'm going to upscale number 1 just so we can see it in a bit more detail. And in fact, what I'll do is I'll go back to the original image that we chose, which is here. And now let's go to the new image, and you can see what it's done is it's zoomed the camera out. So it's created more content around the image. It's give Galileo a hand. It's added more to the bookshelves in the background here. It's added some more instruments to the right here and some more books and more of the desk. So if you want to zoom out an image, that's a really nice feature to do that. And then you just click on it, right click, and save image as to keep that. Okay, now let me take you through a few other examples of using the DETA framework. Remember, description, expression, technical detail, and aspect ratio. So here's one on the screen here, which is Fantastic Mr. Fox. So this could be for maybe a primary school reading or English class. So Fantastic Mr. Fox burrowing a hole under the ground. So that's the description. The expression is a full body caricature pencil sketch. So see, we did photograph for the last expression when we did Galileo. Now this one, we're wanting a pencil sketch. Then the technical details for that pencil sketch are bold drawing lines with beautiful colors and in the style of Jean-Baptiste Monge, who is a sketch artist. So we want it in that style. And then we've got our aspect ratio. This time it's 1:1. So we want it to be a square. And I have included here 2 of the images that Midjourney created for us. So we've got the one on the left there and the one on the right. Let's look at another example. So we've got here, we want to create a company logo. So this could be maybe a task for an art class or a business studies class, for example. And the description is simply just clouds. So in this logo, I want that to be clouds. The expression is a professional company logo. That's the way I want this art to be expressed for me. Then the detail on that is I want a 2D sticker, futuristic art deco with a white background. Okay. and aspect ratio 1:1. And these are the two images that I liked that Midjourney created. So you can really see the Art Deco style in there, and the clouds and the vibrant colors and the white background. Let's have another look. So again, this is another logo. This is a logo for a guitar shop. That's the description, with the expression a professional company icon. So I've put icon in this time instead of a logo. And you're going to want to do this. You want to experiment with different words. Remember, you are creating with words here. You're not creating with a camera. You're not creating with a paintbrush. You're not creating with a pencil. You're creating with words. So just like an artist would try different types of cameras, different types of lenses, different types of pencils and colors and techniques, you're going to want to try different types of words to create the art that you want. So the expression, professional company icon, the technical details here are minimalist, 2D futuristic Art Deco with a white design on a black background this time. And again, the aspect ratio is 1:1. And let's see what it comes out with. And we've got these two images here that it's produced for us. Very simplistic, minimalist, like I asked for a guitar shop. Now let's have a look through some examples for specific subjects in a school. So this time I want to create some of the characters from Mary Shelley's Frankenstein book. And you can see here, as for the description, and I'm going to reveal the 4 pictures in a second, but for the description, I have put the character name, whatever that be. So it could be Victor Frankenstein or Frankenstein's monster. And then from Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, that's the description. Then the expression is a photograph, technical details shot on a Kodak Portra 400. You'll see a lot of my technical details, especially for photographs, are shot on a Kodak Portra 400 because I like that camera style. And then the aspect ratio is 16:9. And these are the images that it produced for me. So you can see there we've got all the main characters of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein there that it's produced, and photographic quality just absolutely phenomenal. The fact that these people don't exist, they are characters from a book, but it's created them as though we've taken photographs of them. Now let's have a look at the next example. Next example is for a history class. So this time I want to see landscapes rather than people. So my prompt using the DETA framework, as the description is the place name and any further description. This is what I did for these 4 that you're going to see. Then for the expression, I've put tilt shift photograph. So it's a specific type of photograph, a tilt shift photograph, and you're going to see the style in just a second. But it tends to give you the style of, it looks almost like a miniature version of what you're, like a bit like if you were going to take a picture of a city, a tilt shift would be a miniature model city made to look the size of a real city. That probably doesn't make too much sense at the minute, but hopefully it will in a second. And those little phrases like tilt shift, there's loads of them out there, and that's why you're going to want to type into Twitter or type into X Midjourney prompts and just see what other people are using and get ideas for those key terminologies, and because they're like keys that open up new types of art for you. Again, shot on a Kodak Portra and aspect ratio 16:9, and we'll see the different examples here. So you can see there, the top left, I asked for Spitfires in World War II. Top right is ancient Rome. Bottom left is ancient Greece, and bottom right is the Viking invasion of Britain. And can you see what I was kind of talking about there? So the images kind of look like they're toy or model towns or model images that have been pictured or photographed to look like their real size. And it just gives a nice effect on these images. So this example is, I wanted to create some famous influences in mathematics. So for the description, I typed in the person's name. I want it to be the expression to be a photograph, shot in a Kodak Portra again, and aspect ratio 16:9. And you can see here a variety of maths influences. You got Pythagoras in the top right-hand corner there, and 3 other famous mathematicians. And using the same prompt, I also created some artists that an art teacher could do. So you got Frida Kahlo, the top left there, Van Gogh, and so on. I also used the same technique for science class. So you got Marie Curie in the top left, Galileo in the top right there. So you'd be familiar with that type of image from what we did earlier. So you can use the DETA framework to create iconic images for your resources, no matter what subject you're in. And hopefully I'll give a variety there to show you how you can create these and help enhance the learning, help students engage with these characters, these people, these historic figures, these literary figures, who might have little meaning to them, if they're just reading about them or being told about them by the teacher. Now, before we end, I want to give you some advanced tips, because what I've shown you so far is very much a simple prompt. The DETA prompt is a simple Midjourney prompt. Simple prompt, I may add, though, with some really profound effects. But you can go even further, and let me show you some ways that you can go further. So just like we added the --AR parameter at the end of our DETA prompt for the aspect ratio, there are other types of parameters you can add to the end of your Midjourney prompts. And these are just a few of them. So if you put --no, leave a space, what you can do then is type what you do not want to be in the image. So for example, if you're creating images and it keeps putting a tree in the background and you really don't want there to be a tree in the background of this images, you just simply have to type in --no space trees at the end of your prompt, and it will remove the trees from the image for you. The next one is an interesting one. It's --chaos. And then after a space, you can type in a numeric value of 1 to 100. And what that will do, it will vary the image for you. So 0 being very, very little chaos, 100 being the most chaos there can be. And you can experiment with this parameter just to see how off the wall, how chaotic Midjourney can be in interpreting your design prompts. The next one is tile. Tile's really effective and can be used in many different situations. And essentially what it does is, if at the end of your prompt you type --tile, what it will do is it will give you a design that can be tiled. So if you're looking to create a wallpaper design, fabric design, textures, and so on, then it will give you a design that can be replicated and joined up to create a tiled effect. Weird is the next one. So --weird, and then you get to, after a space, type in a numeric value of 0 to 3000 this time. You can explore unconventional aesthetics within the experimental weird parameter just to see how off the wall your images can be and how weird, I guess, Midjourney can interpret your prompts. Then the last one is quality. It's not necessary, this one, as the default quality is always on the highest setting. But if you're looking to lower the quality, you can type --q, and after a space, type in 0.5 to half the quality of an image, or 0.25 to quarter the quality of an image. So some really nice ways to kind of add to your design by adding some further parameters to the end of your prompts. And the last thing I want to share with you are different commands. So throughout this whole video, throughout this whole tutorial, I have mainly shown you the /imagine command. There are some other commands, 2 of which I think are really effective. One of them is, instead of typing in /imagine, if you type in /blend, you get to add, I think it's up to 4 different images, but at least 2 images that you can upload from your computer, and it will blend those images together. And you can write a little prompt for it about how you want it to be blended, and it will blend 2 images together for you. Another one which can come in very, very handy if you're looking for ideas for prompts is if you type in /describe instead of /imagine, what you can do is you can upload an image Doesn't necessarily have to be an image that AI has created. It could be any image at all. It could even be an image of yourself. And what it will do is it will give you 4 examples of prompts that are based on the image you've uploaded. So this will come in really handy if you've got a certain image and you want to create a new image using AI that looks like that original image, or you want it to be in a similar style. Upload it and it will give you 4 different prompts that will help you replicate that style or replicate that image. If you are looking for ways and how to further what you're doing in Midjourney, you can check out my video where we take Midjourney videos and scripts created with ChatGPT and animate our images and even put them into some virtual reality environments to create immersive worlds for our students. And you can access that by clicking the link below or the image on your screen now if you're watching YouTube. Thank you very much, everybody. And I'd love to see some of the images that you're creating. Please do subscribe to the YouTube channel and leave your comments below. And you can also contact me on X at x.com/the AI Educator X and on LinkedIn. And you can find me by typing in the AI Educator on LinkedIn. Don't forget, you can join our Facebook group. We have over 21,000 members, teachers all around the world who are sharing tips, ideas, concerns, resources, all about artificial intelligence. And if you go to Facebook and type in the AI Classroom, you will find that. I also have a newsletter that goes out every single week on a Sunday where we explore the world of AI in education and resources and thoughts and kind of the future of education. And you can subscribe to that by going to the AIeducator.io. And if you're looking for more tools, don't forget to check out AIeducator.tools for my curation of over 100 really valuable artificial intelligence tools for teachers and for students. And until next time, I will see you soon.